metal world is mourning the loss of a legendary vocalist. Paul Di'Anno has passed away at the age of 66, according to a statement released on his social media. Now, Di'Anno played a major role in Iron Maiden's career, performing vocals on their groundbreaking self-titled debut album, as well as their follow-up record, Killers. And since that time, when he departed the band in 1982, he's had an amazing solo career of his own. But those Iron Maiden albums are still fan favorites to this day. Unfortunately, in recent years, he's been dealing with severe health issues. He was wheelchair bound, but he didn't allow that to deter him in any way. Since 2023, he had played more than 100 shows. We've got reactions pouring in, people paying tribute to him, including a very classy statement from Iron Maiden, as well as the metal world mourns the loss of another legendary vocalist. In a statement released by metal label Conquest Music, they revealed the heartbreaking loss of former Iron Maiden vocalist Paul Di'Anno, who passed away at the age of 66. Di'Anno played a vital role in Iron Maiden's history, joining the band in 1978. The group was still trying to find their footing in the metal world, and it was his voice that helped the band stand out on those first two records that remain fan favorites to this day. Unfortunately, in recent years, Paul faced severe health issues, but he didn't let that stop him from doing what he loved, performing for his fans around the world. In a statement released on his official Facebook page, Conquest Music confirmed his passing. They wrote, "On behalf of his family, Conquest Music are sad to confirm the death of Paul Andrews, professionally known as Paul Di'Anno. Paul passed away at his home in Salisbury at the age of 66. Born in East London on 17th of May, 1958, Paul first came to prominence as the lead singer of English heavy metal band Iron Maiden between 1978 and 1981. He sang on their groundbreaking debut album, Iron Maiden, and the influential follow-up release, Killers. Since leaving Iron Maiden, Paul Di'Anno had a long and eventful recording career with Battlezone and Killers, as well as numerous solo releases and guest appearances. Despite being troubled by severe health issues in recent years that restricted him to performing in a wheelchair, Paul continued to entertain his fans around the world, racking up well over 100 shows since 2023. His first career retrospective album, The Book of the Beast, was released in September 2024 and featured highlights of his recordings since leaving Iron Maiden. Conquest Music are proud to have had Paul Di'Anno in our artist family and ask his legion of fans to raise a glass in his memory." Reaction from the metal world is pouring in, paying tribute to him, including a statement just released by Iron Maiden. And as they correctly point out, they say that he helped set them on the path of their career with those first two records, which obviously are still fan favorites to this day. Here's the statement from Iron Maiden. The band reacted to the death of Paul Di'Anno in a statement. "We are all deeply saddened to learn about the passing of Paul Di'Anno earlier today. Paul's contribution to Iron Maiden was immense and helped set us on the path we have been traveling as a band for almost 5 decades. His pioneering presence as a frontman and vocalist, both on stage and on our first 2 albums, will be very fondly remembered, not just by us, but by fans around the world. We were very grateful to have had the chance to catch up a couple of years ago and spend time with him once more. On behalf of the band, managers, and the whole Iron Maiden team, we extend our deepest sympathies to Paul's family and close friends. Rest in peace, Paul." Now, Iron Maiden bassist and founder Steve Harris has also weighed in on this. Here's what he had to say. He wrote, "It's just so sad he's gone. I was in touch with him only recently as we texted each other about West Ham and their ups and downs. At least he was still gigging until recently. It was something that kept him going. To be out there whenever he could. He will be missed by us all. Rest in peace, mate." And reaction from his peers around the world is also pouring in. Anthrax just released a statement which reads as follows. The band wrote, "We are deeply saddened to hear about the passing of Paul Di'Anno, the original singer of Iron Maiden. His raw energy and unique contribution helped shape the early sound of Iron Maiden and left a lasting impact on the heavy metal community. His work on iconic albums like Iron Maiden and Killers will always be remembered as vital to the band's legacy. Our thoughts go out to his family, friends, and all who were influenced by his powerful voice and larger-than-life presence. Rest in peace, Paul. You will be missed, but your music will live on forever." Exodus shared, A massive rest in peace from all of us to one of our band's all-time heroes, Paul Di'Anno. The first two Iron Maiden albums helped shape who we are as a band, and he had as much to do with that as all of them. Pure gentleman when we had the pleasure of sharing the stage with him. Thank you for all you gave, so many. Volbeat shared a statement writing, "Rest in peace, Paul Di'Anno. My deepest condolences for the loss of Paul Di'Anno. The memory of discovering the classic Maiden album Killers as a young kid still stands very clear in my head. First, almost pissing my pants seeing the cover artwork. How metal could it get? Then actually pissing my pants from overexcitement, listening to the music. The amazingly unique, punkish voice from Di'Anno just made the music even more rebellious and dangerous. Dear Paul, thanks for the great, timeless tunes and inspiration. A legend has said goodbye, but what he left behind will live on forever." David Ellison wrote, "Rest in peace to our beloved former Iron Maiden vocalist, Paul Di'Anno. The first two Maiden albums, including the live EP Made in Japan, were major influences on kids like me as we were in our formative years as musicians. I only met Paul once back in January 2010 as me and the guys in Hail the World were heading up to see Eddie Trunk at Sirius XM in New York as Paul was coming out from his interview just before us. Condolences to his family, friends, and fans everywhere." Gary Holt shared, "Rest in peace, Paul Di'Anno. All-time legend. So sad. Those first two Iron Maiden albums changed my life. All-time greats. Changed heavy metal. Had the pleasure of playing a show in Arizona with Battlezone supporting Exodus many years back, and he took the fanboy abuse from all of us like a pure gentleman. This sucks. Far too young." Paul Di'Anno truly left an indelible mark on heavy metal with those first two Iron Maiden albums, and it's safe to say the band wouldn't be the same without him, as they shared in their statement. He really helped them get that band off the ground, and the fans still love those first two records to this day, as they should. And so while he's gone, his music will live on forever. What a heartbreaking loss for the heavy metal community. We're sending our thoughts and prayers out to the family, friends, former bandmates, and loved ones of Paul Di'Anno during this difficult time. Rest in peace.